Welcome everyone in today's video, and today I wanted to once again continue the miniature game series, and this one is episode number 14. And today I want to show it to the game which is played between the Paul Morphy versus Thomas Jefferson Bryan. And this game played in the year 1859 in New York, and this is a knight odd game. So you can see the player who is handling with the white pieces is none other than Paul Morphy. He has a less knight here. So Paul Morphy started the game with a move e4, there is a move e5, there is knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to c4, bishop to c5, d4, and over here we have the evens gambit. And after the move bishop takes b4, pawn to c3, and in this position I think he should go for the move bishop to a5, which is a standard move, or maybe the bishop to e7, but he go for the move little provocative move, that is move bishop to c5, castle, pawn to d6, and here the move comes pawn to d4. That is the reason, first over here white go for the castle, because immediately if we go for the pawn to d4, there is e takes d4 and pawn takes d4, then bishop to b4, it comes with a check. So that's why first he go for the castle, pawn to d6, and then d4, bishop to b6, d takes e5, d takes e5, queen to b3, simple just attacking on the f7 square, queen to f6, defending, bishop to b5, just pinning the knight, bishop to e6, attacking on the queen. In this position I think bishop to g5 makes more sense, bishop to g4, so that he can just capture this knight, and later on in the game you will see that what kind of a destruction that knight played in this game. Okay, bishop to e7, of course he don't wanted to lose the queen, so queen to a4, and here as you can see it's increasing the pressure, plus with a move bishop to e7 you can see it's blocked the queen's rank, so queen is not controlling the c6 square. Knight to e7. Now over here one variation comes, that what happen if the bishop goes to d7, so rook will move to d1, black can play the move on to f6, then there is rook takes d7, king takes d7, bishop takes c6 check. Of course the queen cannot take it, because knight takes e5, it will be the knight fourth and lose the queen, so he has to take it with the pawn, bishop to a3, knight to d7, and then the the rook will come on d1. Okay, but it's a fine continuation. But black goes for the move knight to e7, bishop to g5, queen to g6, bishop takes e7. Of course now the knight takes is not possible because it's a pin, so king takes, b takes c6, bishop takes c6, knight takes e5, attacking on the queen, queen to f6. Now this is the wrong move. I will tell to you why this queen to f6 is a wrong move. Knight takes c6 check. Here once again he should go for the move king to e8, but okay, like king to e6 of king to e8, of course there's a discovered attacking threat is there, so that's why I go for the move king to f8, which is terrible move, which is a blunder in this position. Now you can pause the video and find out the best move, the best continuation which Paul Morphy played from you. The move over here is pawn to e5. Now you will understood why the queen to f6 on the 15th move, it's a wrong move. Over here after the move knight takes e5, where the knight is attacking on a queen, he should go for the move queen to g5, which is much better move. But okay, after the move knight takes c6, king to f8, e5, attacking on the queen, queen to g5. Of course he knows the importance of this diagonal, that is the reason just play the move g4. Now on to h4, attacking on the queen once again. Of course he cannot take this one because the queen is protecting, so no need to worry about it and why he cannot take it. So queen to g4. Now I will tell to you that pause the video once again and here find out the checkmate from here. So that's what he played. Queen to a3 check, king to g8, of course, because if there is king to e8, so simple queen to e7, so checkmate. Credit goes to the knight. So king to g8, knight to e7 check, king to f8, knight g6, it's a double check with the queen as well as the knight. So king to g8, once again if you move to the e8 then queen to e7 is checkmate. Queen to f8 check, rook takes f8. Of course the king cannot take it because knight is protecting. So rook takes f8 and knight to e7, it's a smothered mate. Smothered mate means when a king is surrounded by his own pieces and you deliver the checkmate with a single knight. So checkmate ends the game. That's it for today and thank you so much for joining.